What's up, everybody? It is Six Rips with PWM, Pro Wrestling Mods. This is our first review of a wrestling video game. It's something I plan to do with the 2K series. I never really got the time to, really go in depth like I wanted to, especially with it was basically the timing that we would receive the media code. Fortunately, THQ did give us a week to pretty much test the game out, play through it, record our content, and I really want to say a big thank you to Nick Sorbic, who I spoke to first for quite a couple months. Jen. She's, I believe, the head of the marketing department, or at least she's the head of handling that portion of it as far as the video game stuff goes. Very nice and friendly people, very genuine. They keep their word. So I just wanted to take the time out first to thank them for the opportunity for us to, kind of step into this realm. After playing this game for, exactly a week, I want to say I personally think this game is really fun. It's not just a basic nostalgia trip. I know a lot of people have hinged on they've hung on to the fact that Kenny and those guys said that they were going with the No Mercy AKI gameplay. Here's the thing. It's not like they just took that directly from the N64 or the final Def Jam games and just ported it over to a modern game. No, these guys actually, rebuilt the system, or rebuilt the engine, I should say, and they modernized it. I really like it. The game comes off more like at least in my opinion, more of a hybrid of No Mercy and like the early SmackDown versus Raw games, or even Day of Reckoning in a sense. Where it stops short of Day of Reckoning, in my opinion, is you can't break up grapples. Had it had that feature, that would definitely be where my where my comparison would be. Is definitely a hybrid of No Mercy, because of the spirit meter, the grapples, so on and so forth, and Day of Reckoning. It's just a feel of the game. So with that being said, what I want to get into now is graphical settings for PC. I wanted to gear this review more on the PC side of things. It's one of those things that we don't really get too much coverage on the PC side of things. We get everything for Xbox, PlayStation, and rightfully so. Those are the more popular platforms. It has a much bigger fan base and such, but it's very important to me to highlight what we have on PC, so guys know what they're possibly walking into. Or if you're a console player and you've been debating getting these games on PC, I want you to be able to see and hear the experience that we have over here. So without further ado, we have display mode. They labeled it window mode. So you have full screen, you have window full screen, and then you have window. From there, you can choose your resolution. You have your max frame rate, which is pretty cool. You can the minimum is 60, which pretty much leads me to believe on Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, the minimum is 60 FPS. Additionally, you can take this up to 120 frames on PC. Which it just higher frame rates adds more fluidity to the animations, the movement, the general feel of the game, so on and so forth. Personally, I've been playing with it at 120, and I absolutely love how the game feels. One of the cool features I did want to touch on is DLSS. DLSS is called Deep Learning Super Sampling. The description is right here on the right side. Basically, this is a feature that I've been hoping that 2K would implement within future games, which they probably will. Most popular games these days do use this on the PC side. So essentially what DLSS does is it's a cool feature for, mid-range and, lower range cards. I believe it started out with the RTX 20 series. It might have been the generation before that. I'll have to double check, but I want to say it was the RTX 20 series. But what it does is say for instance, you see my resolution is at 4K. If I enable DLSS, it will actually set the render resolution to a percentage lower. So that way it's less load on the GPU or graphics card, and then it super samples it back up to the resolution that you have set. So say for instance, I have mine set to 4K. If I enable DLSS, let's just say I set it to balance. It will set it to, let's just say 55% of the 4K resolution. The graphics card will render it at that 50% and then super sample it back up to 4K. That way I get the frames that I'm expecting, and it's not stressing my my PC out. Very cool feature. If you guys have mid-range, lower-end cards, if you're struggling to run the game, I would definitely recommend trying out DLSS. If you haven't used the feature, man, it's amazing, and the picture quality is really, really good. I've used DLSS on games like Cyberpunk and things like that, and it's highly recommended. It makes a big difference in performance if you're struggling with anything. All right, so this match right here, we're running at 120 FPS capped. Like I've been saying, I just want you guys to just check out the fluidity, the quality, so on and so forth, man. To me personally, on my display, it looks a lot cleaner. It moves, just that much more fluid. Like it feels really good running this game at 120 FPS cap. Really good. The I don't want to call them sprites. That would be old school, but like the electrical effects, the movements, like everything just feels so great. This is one of those matches, man. I didn't know. I didn't know. For one, I didn't know this match would be in until it was revealed. Two, I didn't know how fun a match like this could be in a video game. It's very innovative, and is one of those things that obviously it wasn't attempted in WWE. I think it was like actually some years in between barbed wire death matches. Seeing hold on, I gotta hold that thought. Man, look how crisp and fluid that looks at 120 frames. The smoke, the explosion itself, everything, man. Like it just, for what the game is, man. I'm just really impressed with a lot of it. Personally, I would say if you're a fan of No Mercy and Day of Reckoning, the early SVR games, I would say this game is definitely worth picking up. And that's just feeding off of the nostalgia part. But like I said in the beginning of this video, this game doesn't just solely feed off of the nostalgia. In general, the game is very fun. The nostalgia portion of it is going to feed you into at least trying this game out and enjoying it for what it is at the moment. What's going to keep us here, which is going to keep the player here, is the expansion of this game. Outside of the announced DLC, adding on to the creation suite, adding on to the general roster and things like that. That's going to keep us playing. And I truly believe that, when you guys pick this game up and, you actually get to play it, you have it in your hands, and you get a feel for how fluid the gameplay is, how solid the initial movesets are, and how fun a lot of these game modes are. I do feel like you're going to actually enjoy it a lot more than what you probably initially thought just seeing previews of the game on Twitter or YouTube for the most part, and so on and so forth. It's a very solid base for a brand new video game entry, and if they continue to build on this this IP, this title, I can see this easily being a 9, without a doubt, and it leaves me very excited for the future. But also, I'm currently excited because it gives us an alternative to the simulation series, and which I think I mentioned it earlier in this video. Just having something that I don't always have to play the simulation, super realistic style of WWE video games. I can hop on here and just have fun. The high flying moves, the barbed wire death match with the explosions, the crazy weapons, the skateboarding, and so on and so forth, man. Like, there's so much about this game that I think you guys would truly enjoy, and I would honestly say to definitely just simply try it out, man. I hope I provided enough for you guys to to give you a solid impression of the game, and I hope you guys give it a go. I appreciate you watching. Check out the rest of the videos that we got. Thank you.